Future predictions. Can they happen? Are they real? And should you do them? Now, recently, Shaz asked me a question about whether it's possible to predict the future, and if you can, how does it work? I answered that in another video, but I think a bigger question should be asked, and that is it useful to predict the future at all? Should you be doing it? And, if you do it, then how is this going to help you? Hi, my name is Michelle. I'm a spiritual healer and I work with energy. I also channel and I'm a medium. But working with energy means that I work with energy from the past and the present and the future. And as someone who has regularly delved into the future to help my clients with the present, I've been asking myself and pondering this question a lot. Is it useful? Should you be looking at the future? Well, I think that it's really useful to look at what came before. And what do I mean by this? This is the story of you. Where were you before you came into this life? Well, before you incarnate, you have a planning session with your guides. You've got guides who help you through every lifetime. You've got guides who help you on the way, who talk to you. They help you through all of your life choices, including before you come into this world, when you are there on the other side contemplating this life. They are helping you choose which lifeline, which life plan you're going to take. This is based on all of the things that you wish to learn for yourself here on earth in this life. There are usually a couple of choices for you to make, life A or life B or life C, and you make a selection based on previous experience and what you wish to go through, the challenges, all of the experiences that will bring you greater understanding or growth. Then you come into this world, into this fantastic theme park, which is Earth, and the goal is, of course, to have as many experiences as possible and to participate in as many rides in the theme park that you can. And in the process, you gain experience and you learn things, and so you go through life. Now, what's going to happen if you predict the future? Well, as I discussed in my other video, of course, if you know what the future is, then very often it instantly changes because you want to change your behavior. And I'm really not talking about that specifically now. I'm really just considering if you are wanting to predict the future, should you? So this life and this life plan that you've created is a little bit like planning an epic adventure, an epic holiday, a trip across the earth to multiple destinations, experiencing many things. Just like you would be planning your epic adventure across Earth, you have already planned your epic adventure on Earth. You have planned particular pillars, particular waypoints, particular things that you want to experience. Just like on your holiday, you'd be planning cities or destinations or countries or, like maybe ziplining somewhere or hiking up a mountain, or maybe just visiting galleries or going on a walking tour. All of those things that you're planning, they are part of the big picture, and that is perfect. That is what we want. But you're not planning those lovely little serendipitous moments that happen in between. You're not planning, the spontaneous meeting of a stranger on a plane where you have this amazing conversation for the whole trip. And you find maybe, someone who is a little bit of a soulmate, and maybe you share this amazing time for 6 hours or 2 hours or whatever it is. Maybe you'll never see them again, but that conversation might just change everything for you. Those are the things that you would be missing if you always knew what was coming in your future. And so why would we want that? I think it's more useful to think to yourself, is it useful? How would it help you to know the future? And wouldn't it be more functional and more useful instead of predicting the future to create the future that you're after. Of course, we can't just create whatever gender your baby is going to be. I have tried very hard to think about other situations where you literally cannot change how things are going to work out. The gender of a child is probably the biggest one that I can think of, because all the other things like, predicting the outcome of an election or predicting, your life path in a company and your career, all of these things are actually subject to the forces of energy. So they are subject to your current energetic being, your current energetic behavior, which creates a wave, a momentum forward, and that momentum reaches this kind of critical mass beyond which it's not really likely that the future will change. But still, why know the future? Probably the number one reason people want to know the future is to stop themselves worrying. I have to say that in all the times I have encountered people who are worried about the future, all it takes is a little bit of a bigger perspective for them to stop worrying. Worrying about the future and being ashamed or regretting the past is all just in your mind. These are just thought processes that you're having. Just think about this. Think about the thinking. Where is the bedroom that you lived in as a child? Bring it to mind. Think about it. Think about it in great detail. What is the color scheme? Did you have a color scheme? Were there toys? Did you mostly play outside so you didn't spend much time in that room? And now, right now, where you're sitting, look around you. Look around the space you're in and look for where that bedroom is. It doesn't exist. It's not here. You constructed it in your mind once more. You recalled it, but it actually doesn't exist. In the same way, where is the future? The future doesn't exist in this present moment. It is merely a thought construct that you have in your mind, which brings worry or stress or excitement, but still it is merely a thought. How much better would it be if we bring all of our energy and awareness into the present tense? Yes, plan for the future, but that planning is still happening right now in the present. This is I would say the best way for you to live an inspired and amazingly joyful life, is remaining in the present. The reason I had a little pause over there was because I was thinking about the role of gratitude. Because when we combine staying present with deep gratitude, then the sky's the limit. This is the secret sauce. Seriously, this is just how much better can it get? If you're wondering about this gratitude thing, of course, we know about gratitude and gratitude journals. How often have you sat with a journal with your pen poised and not known what to write? Well, you can begin every day by writing, "I'm so grateful that I breathe." Really, you can break this down into the most tiny little things, or that the sky is blue, or that there are pretty flowers, or if you're in a place of gray skies and no pretty flowers, then are you grateful for the cup of coffee that you've had, or the chat that you had with someone on the train or on the metro or in the supermarket? Brief moments of connection with people are reasons for deep gratitude. There are so many things. And once you start getting into this habit of gratitude, it becomes a catalyst for expanding your present moment so that the future just becomes irrelevant. What starts to happen is you're so full of the present that you have a knowing about the future and how amazing it is going to be, because your present is amazing too. Your present sort of starts to grow and expand and expand and expand until it doesn't matter how the future unfolds. You know you will still be in the present tense next year. You won't be in next year because next year will have shifted to the following year. You will be in the present tense still. And there in that present tense, with your deep gratitude, there is expansiveness. And that expansiveness beats any kind of future prediction. That expansiveness and knowing how awesome you are right now in the present just takes away all of that worry. So it doesn't matter. Does it matter what happens in the future? Really, does it? Because every big negative thing that happens is a growth point for you. And wouldn't that have been part of your planning, maybe? How do you learn resilience unless you're given the life opportunities to be resilient? How do you learn courage unless you're given the life opportunities to feel afraid but act anyway? That's courage. That's courageous. So these things that we're wanting to predict in life so that we can maybe avoid them, those are our very growth points. I mean, fear is a growth hormone. That's the opportunity for you to accelerate your growth and just know things and react and be and interact, rather, in the future with the world in a way that is just not accessible to you without those experiences. You know, I talk to a lot of people who are over 50, and I ask people who are 65 or 75 if they would like to go back in time and have the opportunity to be 20 or 25 again. And without exception, none of them say yes. None of them say yes. Think about this. No one's wanting to time travel back and still be 20. Or if they can, they say, I would want to be 20, but I would want all my experiences still. I would want to know then what I know now. I don't want to go back without knowing what I know. So that's how highly we value experience. If you are in your 20s, consider, would you want to go back to the time that you were 5 and then have to do all of those experiences again? Well, no, because those are things that you don't want to trade. You don't want to give those up. Look ahead into your future with anticipation and interest and curiosity for what will come up for you in the way that you can learn new things. And in this process, know that you are going to be growing into the best version of yourself that you had planned for yourself. Because that's what we're here for. We're here for growth, we're here for experience, and we're here for joy. If you're not feeling joyful, then consider how you continue pursuing the whole body yes experiences. Am I going to do this? If it's a maybe, then it's a no. If it's a whole body yes and you feel it within your system, then it's a yes. This is what brings you continuous expansion, continuous joy. The joy comes in the growing, the joy comes in the expansion, the joy comes in the learning. This means that no matter what happens, you've still got everything that you've learned, everything that you've gained. It can be taken away from you. All of your material possessions can be taken away from you, but your knowledge and your learning and your experiences are yours. You can quickly regain everything that you've lost if things get taken away from you, because you have that experience to just accelerate that process, right? Think about how amazing it is to be completely present, full of gratitude, full of anticipation, and full of excitement for what's coming. Thank you for joining me in chatting about the future. I hope that you are feeling excited about discovering what can come up for you and more interested in planning and creating than in just trying to predict. My name is Michelle. I'm a spiritual healer. I work with energy and I love going on this journey with you. If you like this video and it's moved you, please share it. If you would like to hear some more, please press like so that it comes up again for you. And I'm looking forward to continuing this journey with you.